What up, y'all? Thanks for tapping in again with your boy Paul Pierce, the truth, Antoine Walker, employee number 8. Hey, you know what? Let's get right to it, man. Look, what's going on? Kyrie's coming back Sunday, they said. He must have fulfilled his list of duties to come back. I mean, what's going on with the state of the Nets? What Kevin Durant said, he threw his team under the bus. He's like, look what I'm working with, what y'all expect. Where do you see this team even going right now? Kyrie's coming back. Kevin Durant's throwing his team under the bus. I don't know what to think. What's your thoughts on that, Twan? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
Well, I'm happy Kyrie's finally coming back. I mean, I think it's still an injustice. We talked about this last time about Kyrie having to sit out in these many games. So I'm happy that they finally letting him come back and he's going to be back a part of the team. But I think their problem, man, we ain't talked. We really, the problem is, when you lose the way they lost, give up 153 points this week in the game, especially the Sacramento Kings, it brings up red flags to see where the team is at. But I like the fact that Kevin Durant addressed it, because we usually don't get the truth out of Kevin sometimes, but he got the truth out of him and he addressed the situation why he wanted to get traded. But I kind of want to feed it back to you a little bit, just taking a few of Kevin Durant comments just to hear, because you played obviously longer than me in the league, and you know how it is once we start to get past year 10. I was really surprised to hear Kevin Durant talk about he wanted to practice more and do more things. Well, you get your 14, 15, 16. Usually, you want a coach that's going to take care of your body. So it was weird to see that. But you know what? I played with Steve Nash. A lot of people don't know that. And I played for Don Nelson. Don Nelson never practiced, man. So, he's one of those guys that, you're going to practice for 45 minutes, get in and out. And I know he played for Mike D'Antoni, too. D'Antoni probably wasn't a never practiced guy. So, Steve was only doing –
KD wasn't feeling that. KD wasn't feeling that, right?
Yeah. But
that's crazy.
But I'm just asking you this. What would you want to do in that situation when you hear those comments from him being your 12th, 13th, 14th year in the league? He's on year 16, actually.
Well, it depends on where our team is. You know how it go. Look. If we not showing no improvement in the offense and we not showing nothing on the defense, he like, man, we need to get out here and work on this. We need to work on our chemistry. And if that's your leader, you got to do that. And so if he want to do more defensive drills because our defense is ranked next to the worst of the last, he want to do more offensive drills because the offense ain't flowing. Let's do it. I know we in a different climate today where he's trying to preserve your body, preserve your energy. But if your leader, your main guy, one of the best to ever do it, is like, look, we need to do this, I think you got to do it. But at the same time, on another note, KD throwing his team under the bus, man, I think that's something that's something you go back after the game and talk to about with your boy. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the media and be like, hey, look who I got to work with. That's something that's like at the crib, you calling your boy, or, I don't know if he should have did it like that. So, I don't know. Even with Kyrie coming back, I still don't see this team. What you see this team turning it around?
I think they make the play-in situation. I mean, they 6-9 right now. I think they're going to be good enough to be hover around 500. Do I think they can make a deep run? No, I don't think so. I just think it's too much going on there. I like the Jock is there, your fellow Kansas guy. He's doing a good job, got them playing better. They've kind of crawled back in the thick of things, but I got them as a 500 team right now early on. Man, I got them in a play-in situation.
Hey, listen, dude, you more optimistic in them than I am. To me, that's a sinking ship. They need to do a right by Kevin Durant and just trade him right now, get him away from this misery. He needs some new energy. They need to find a trade for that man right now, and that's what I believe moving forward for the Nets.
Man, look, I agree with you, though, but, it remains to be seen. We'll see Kyrie's coming back this week. We'll see if they can see where his mind at, and we'll probably tap back in probably 30 games in. Let's see what happens over the next 15, and then we'll see what happens after that and see where they at. But let's just keep this conversation moving. What
else is going on in the league?
Let's keep this conversation moving forward right now. We got to talk about the defending champs. We got to talk about the Golden State Warriors.
What's going on with them?
You was big that we both on the same page. We know they could possibly turn around. But let's talk about
giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Right. Let's talk about the 0-8 on the road, and also let's talk about
that's not a good sign.
I want to hear your thoughts about the decision to James Wiseman to send him to the G League?
Man, I mean, I'm optimistic because you're the champs, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. But I don't think things look good for the Golden State Warriors. For one, Poole has been inconsistent for them. You know, he got the bag. You know, he got that money. He got what he wanted, but he ain't the same guy we saw last year, and we all know that. Steph Curry is playing out of his mind, man. What more do you want Steph Curry to do at the age of 34, averaging 30-plus points, shooting 50, 40, 90 again? He needs some help. You know, Clay, he's been inconsistent. They bench. We don't know where they bench at. And so I got big concerns just because they tendencies and what's going on. They one of the worst defenses in all of the league, and I just don't know no more. I know they're the champs, but it ain't looking good for Golden State. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So at first, I just don't know. I mean, you think they can turn this around?
Man, I'm gonna keep it funky, Paul. I don't know how you feel, man, but I believe that fight still got it's a little lingering in that fight. That fight still got them a little discombobulated. They probably not gonna talk about it or bring it up.
Oh, you think so?
I just think it threw. I think it threw them off. I think it threw off the swag, the mystique that they had with the team. You know, kind of first class organization.
Man.
They done everything the right way. You know, I think it may have took even Dray. I think for even Draymond and Jordan Poole, I bet you off the court, and you know this. That 0-8 speaks to his guys hanging together off the court. Are they talking? You know,
that's true.
You know, you get on that.
You think this?
You know, you get on that road.
You think there's a wedge? You think there's a wedge between the old guys and the young guys? Like, because that can happen on the team.
And then I'm looking at Steve Kerr and Bob Myers. They panicking. I had to do my research. I'm looking at Wiseman. He's only playing 13 minutes a game, but he's shooting 58 from the field, 6 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are you expecting this young guy to do in the short minutes that he's playing? I could say if he was playing like 30 minutes a night and he was being a dud, but he's shooting 58 from the field, 6 and 4. Paul, those good numbers for a guy only playing 13 minutes. And today, right. I wonder why they haven't gave this guy an opportunity to play 30-plus minutes before you make this type of assessment of him, unless he's just not picking up the plays. You talked about Golden State,
something like that.
Unless you talked about maybe Golden State's defense, maybe he's not getting the defensive assignments right. But I don't understand why you would take your number 2 pick. You're trying to blend in your young guys with your older guys and not give him a fair chance. Going to the G League, you know that ain't going to help him. He's going to go down there and play 40 minutes, put up big numbers, and then you're just going to bring this guy back?
To me, I thought, like, usually when you send some guy to the G League, he out of shape. Like, he could get the in-game experience with the squad they got going right now. It ain't like, you know, you got to throw the young guys into the fire. I mean, that's just what it is, you know. So, we have yet to see, but I don't know, man. You think, hey, I'm going to ask you this. Do the Golden State Warriors, they 0-8 or do they make the playoffs this year?
I think they make the playoffs fine. I think seeding becomes a situation. I think, not saying that they can't turn it around, but I think everybody's not scared of them. They struggle on the road. I think they're looking at it. I think they're in the top 6. I'm gonna go past the play-in situation if they stay healthy. And I'm only doing this because your guy Steph Curry is having that MVP.
It's playing MVP. Yeah, okay, so it's saying that if one of their big 3 or 4, if one of their big 3 misses any significant time, I'm talking about 10 to 15 games between Draymond,
it could be some trouble.
Steph Curry, and I don't know if you put Poole in there or Clay in there. Let's say Clay. If any of those 3 miss any significant time, the Golden State Warriors will be on the outside looking in. And remember, I told you that.
Yes, sir. All right, remains to be seen.
Remains to be seen, man. What else is going on? The league got so much going on, man. Just so many. Kyrie, Golden State. What about Ben Simmons? What's up with him? What they gonna do with Ben Simmons? They need to, like, since KD is saying he don't like who he play, why don't they start Ben Simmons? Like, do you even think he wants to be out there? He don't even look like he want to be there. To keep it 100, I don't even know. I don't know.
You know, this is one of those things, and I'm not a guy, and I know people talk about this, but I think it's all mental for him, man. I watched their games, the last 3 of their games. They've been playing him at center, which is not necessarily super bad, if he's on the offensive end taking advantage of it. But he's in the dunker spot, P. For people that don't know what the dunker spot, he's hiding underneath the basket, bro. He's not even involved in the offense. He's averaging.
Damn.
And look, his numbers, he's averaging 5 shots a game in 26 minutes. He only averages 5 points a game. I mean, he's not active at all. One thing he's been great at has been he's on the first all-defensive team twice. First team. He ain't guarding nobody. This guy's a 3-time All-Star. He's 26 years old. I've never seen this before in my life. I'm going to tell you this, unless he's saying he don't want to do it, I'm going to put a little pressure on your Kansas guy, Jock Vaughn. Jock Vaughn got to put him at point guard. Kyrie, think about this. Kyrie's played with a ball-dominant guy before in LeBron James. He'll be able to do it. Ben Simmons is a point guard. That's what he's been. That's where he separates himself at. Been a guy 6'8", 6'9" that can handle the basketball and make plays and push it. Start the man at point guard, man, and tell him he's the point guard. And unless he says he doesn't want to play that position, I got to try to figure out what's the best for him to be successful for the team. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't think it's physical. I think he's using that as an excuse. Right. I think it's a mental thing. I don't know if they have to hire a mental health coach. If it's a player in the league, an ex-player, somebody that he can talk to that can help him. But I think it's a mental thing. And I don't know, man. The jury's out. I mean, I know it's only 15 games into the season. But, I mean, I don't know. He may not be able to snap and get out of this, man. This is a tough one.
A lot of questions behind if he really is motivated. Does he really want to, really put in the work and the time? But I think he's still young. Got time to turn it around. You got to remember he missed a lot of time over the last couple of years. Dealt with injury. So, I'm going to give him a break. We'll give him some time, see how he makes the adjustment. If he comes back, but like I said before, I feel bad for KD. I feel bad about the whole situation here in Brooklyn. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be an ongoing soap opera all year long. But anyways, more power to you, Jock Vaughn, my ex-teammate. If anybody can deal with it, you can do it. Hey, more power to you, though. So,
just to keep the conversation moving, we always talk about the elite players on the team, and we always pick our top MVPs, and we always talk about the best players in the league, the Giannis's, the KDs, the Steph. But this year has been even more. It's been better because you got a lot of guys that's kind of flying under that radar, Paul.
Oh yeah,
lot. Get a people maybe 4 or 5 names of guys that's flying under the radar. Having unbelievable seasons.
No, you mentioned one about a week ago. You said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Man, he recently just hit the game winner in Washington with the 40 ball. Ooh, man, if he don't make the All-Star. If he don't make the All-Star game this year, that's crazy. That's one of them.
But they winning too. They like close to 500 too. They
close to 500.
Yeah.
Another name I'm gonna throw at you, and this is De'Aaron Fox. I'm gonna give him his props because he got Sacramento over 500.
Yep.
They balling. De'Aaron Fox, the point guard position deep this year. These young guys is coming out. Another one I'm gonna say. Lauri Markkanen, got to throw him in the mix. He giving you 20-plus points a game down in Utah, so I'm going to give him his flowers, man. Man, who else? Here, give me some. Who you think? Who you got?
I'm going to give you a guy that's going under the radar. They in rebuilding mode, but Kendall Johnson in San Antonio. He killed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he balling.
Yes.
He give him about 18, 20 a game.
No, he up to like 22 a night. For San Antonio.
Yeah. Young fella.
Yeah, Kendall Johnson, he's playing incredible. And then another guy, he kind of made his coming out party last year, but we got to start talking about him more. It's Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. He might be on that version. He can make some noise on the MVP, especially with Harden being out.
Since Harden went down, he been killing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Seriously.
He came on the scene last year a little bit, and people were talking about him, but Maxey, that dude.
You think they should look for a trade for Harden to open him up more when Harden come back? What you think about that? If you could get somebody, I say you got to start thinking about that.
I'll say this. I think he ready. I think low key gonna be an all. He could be an all-star, and I think he's playing at all-star level. And if that's the case, then you got your two superstars. You got Embiid and you got Maxey.
So
And
what you do with Harden when he come back? You see how it go? What you do with that? Because they look like they playing better with Harden out the lineup because he's been hurt. So I mean, you can't. Harden is one of the best players to ever play the game. We know that.
yeah,
MVP, top 75 player. But it just looked like the chemistry since Harden been down and B been playing at a super high MVP level.
I just don't know what you can get for Harden. And Harden been hurt over the last couple of years too. He's missed a significant amount of time, so his value may not be there. But I think you still could keep Harden. I think you could lessen his role, maybe cut his minutes down a little bit, where you're not relying on him to make all the plays, and you got to trust Maxey. Now you're at that. Now you're in that position now. And the last guy I want to put on this, and we never talk about them, kind of another team in the rebuilding stage, but must see TV is
Oh,
Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets.
he is
Jalen
my
Green,
CTV.
yes, Jalen
That's a good one.
from,
That's a good one.
yes, from the Houston
I
Rockets.
don't know.
He averaged 20 a night. Their team is trash right now. They rebuilding, but
Man,
he
who he
must
reminds
see
you
TV.
of? Who he reminds you of?
Man, he like a young Derrick Rose and Westbrook in their prime. But
No,
they was
no, he remind me of Tracy McGrady.
is he that tall though?
I mean, he got to be about 6'7". The way he go to
Man,
the rack, the way he dunk on cats, then he pull up for three.
but he playing the point
Yeah, I
guard.
like him.
I put him in the
No, he
athletic
don't play.
point.
No, he don't play the point. No, they got Porter Jr. playing the point, the lefty.
They got Jalen
Kevin
Green
Porter.
too. That's just
They
one team.
got
And people, I know, look, they're not going to be on national TV, people. But listen, tune in on your NBA, on your dish. Catch the Houston Rockets. He must see TV.
Jalen Green. Yeah,
Yes,
okay. I
he,
definitely got to put him
he's
in the conversation of must
he's
see TV.
super exciting. But those are guys,
Definitely.
though. That's a nice little list of 5 or 6 guys
That's
that's
a
flying up.
that's a cool little list. That's
Yeah,
a cool little list.
that's flying up under the radar.
Well, we know we can't go nowhere unless we talk about our Celtics. We can't go nowhere unless we talk about the Celtics right now. What is going on, Coach Joe Mazzulla? I don't know what people thought with Ime Udoka, what happened with him being suspended. I don't know what people thought about the Celtics, but it looked like they are playing with a purpose. And let's just get right to it. Jason
Yeah.
Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I said this earlier, they're the best duel in basketball, hands down. And JT, I think he's leading the MVP chase right now as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
What you think?
I agree with you on that. He's definitely in the top 3 as far as MVP chase. But
I think he's leading the MVP race right now.
you know what I like about the Celtics? I think you said the right thing. They playing with a purpose. They playing like a team that's upset that they lost in the finals. They focus. It looks like a team. They focus. They look together. Their chemistry is just so good. They don't fight over the ball. They don't fight over. Everybody contributes off the bench. They got that good balance of guys that come off the bench and know they role. Just when in the league, they just look like the more together team of anybody that's in the league right now. Them and the Milwaukee Bucks. I still got to consider the Milwaukee Bucks in that conversation. As being the best team, but just defensively, offensively, and to see those two guys, the tandem, they don't fight over the ball, man. They
Right.
get their numbers. They never in each other's way. You don't see any turmoil or anything going on with the team. The bench guys, Grant Williams, those guys are coming out playing
They
really,
done
really
figured it
well.
out.
They figured it out. They look like a team that's on a mission, and them in Milwaukee, man, that's gonna be a classic. That's gonna be a classic.
You think it's going to beat them two in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah,
You think so?
they got enough. They the teams that's going to be a 1 and 2 seed because they got enough bodies. They can play 10, 12 guys, both teams.
Yeah, they deep.
Yeah,
Celtics is deep.
they'll be a 1 or 2 seed, and I see them playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. And it's going to be another 7-game classic series like we saw last year in the first round.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's standing out to me is how deep the Celtics look this year. Adding Malcolm Brogdon. I mean, Pritchard, just the other day, they played Atlanta. They was missing Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon. Obviously, they don't have the Time Lord. the big fella. So for them to go into Atlanta without these guys and win by 20-plus points, it shows me how deep the team is. I mean, Grant steps up. Pritchard steps up. And, of course, Brown and Tatum going to do their thing. They just look like they're a well-oiled machine, dude. And they look scary. I was wondering how they was going to look with the guys out. But, man, they got it together. Like I said, they playing with a purpose. And if they stay healthy, the Celtics could be right back in them finals, man. They look scary good like that.
It's a lot of things will come their way. Like you said, Jason Tatum's, and I mean, you say he's number one right now. I got him in that top three.
Currently. All right, give me your top three. Give me your top three right now. Right now. Give me your top three. Because Celtics got the best record in all of the league. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, no question. They got the best record. They definitely got the best record.
So who you got number one?
I'm out here like, I still got Giannis number one. I still got Giannis. I got Giannis.
That ain't bad.
I got Giannis, Tatum. I ain't gonna lie, Pete. I mean, as long as they stay right around 500, I'm going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What he doing over there?
For third?
Yes.
Oh no, for third right now.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
Nah. If you gonna go with a team, if you gonna go with a team with a work, you gotta go Steph Curry. Steph Curry did. Oh, name you 5 guys on their team. Let me see.
Name me 5 guys on OKC. Yeah, okay then.
You got Lou Dort.
That's one.
You got Giddy. You got Giddy.
That's two.
What else you got over there, man? Damn.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Well, it depends on how they got to move up for me to put them in the top 3, dog.
I understand.
I mean, I know he averaging like 30 and stuff, but he got to move up. But so Steph Curry averaging, he leading the league in scoring.
But I agree with you. If we're gonna go with that, then we can make we're gonna exclude the records out the way. It's Jason Tatum, Steph, and I probably go with Giannis with Ja Morant being a close 4. If we're going to exclude the records.
All right, so Embiid just coming off a 59, you know that, right? He just came off a 59. Listen to this stat line: 59, 11, 8, and 7, and he's averaging 30 and 11.
Monster. But that's my problem with Embiid. That's my problem with Embiid. He actually could have won it the last 2 years. Let's be honest. He could have won it the last 2 years. They had a lot of excuses for him, whether he missed it, where he didn't play enough games, or his team wasn't that good. And last 2 years, he's been more durable, playing more games. His team has won. It's just always tough for him. For some odd reason, I don't know. It's always tough for Embiid.
30 and 11. 30 and 11 got to be in the conversation. I said 30 and 11.
He's definitely always in the conversation. He's been in the conversation the last 3 years. But
you didn't even bring up his name. Like you said, Morant, you said all these Shai Gilgeous. Yeah. Like the dude just came off 59. Come on, he got to be in the conversation.
He definitely in the conversation. He's definitely in the conversation. I definitely can admit to that. He's strong. He's strong.
He's strong. Cause he always gonna be. We ain't even talked about Joker this year, 2-time MVP either.
But he just solid. Joker averaged close to a triple-double. His scoring has went down a little bit. He's dropped to like 20 a game. Denver is a solid team, one of the best teams at home. They playing good basketball. Mm-hmm. But you also got to remember this: the Joker numbers were going to go down because Michael Porter Jr. is back and Jamal Murray's back. So that's why his scoring numbers were going to go down because he got 2 of his scores back. But he's still averaging close to a triple-double, though.
Yeah.
He's still in there. But
both of those league guys, is real. The league is real. Look, but listen to this, though. Think about this. The last time we talked about the MVP, we had Donovan Mitchell in there. Dang, you see how it changed week to week?
I think that's
how good the league is.
Now I say this, and I'm going to continue to say this. If we can keep these superstars on the floor, the guys that we talk about every week, I think this can be the best NBA season ever in the 75 years.
And we ain't even brought up Luka Doncic.
I know that.
My goodness.
And Luka's been killed. That's what I'm saying. There's so many we talk about players under the radar. We talk about so many superstars. You right now, P, I think it's 10 to 12 people in the league averaging 30-plus a game.
For real, it's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot of people averaging 30. Usually you get 4 or 5. You got 10 plus people averaging 30 points a game. So the scoring.
All right, sticking with that. Why you think the scoring is up like that? What's your thought on that?
I just think it's a different game. No hand checking. I think the team's running a ton of pick and rolls. The shooting is improved. It's a pick and roll game, and with no hand checking. I mean, you just got to sometimes you got to think about this. You one of the best scorers to ever play in the game. What you think you will average in your prime in this era?
Man,
without the hand checking, even though you played
without the hand checking.
But think about it. You probably would in this right now, the way they call it now,
right?
You would be at 30.
No,
you average at 30.
I'll be in there. I'll be in that 30 conversation too.
Yeah,
I probably would. That's a couple more points.
Yeah, you're going to get in that 30 conversation. So you just got to put yourself in that thought process of how these guys playing. But you got to get credit, though.
Yeah, you got. They was getting mad at you. They was getting mad at you when you played at the power forward for shooting 10 threes a game. Now that's a normal thing, right?
That's a normal thing, man.
That's a normal day.
That's a normal thing, man. This is crazy how the game has changed. That's why Dwight Howard's not in the league right now.
Right, because he can't shoot the three.
Yeah.
That's why he's not in the league.
Think about
Dwight Howard, so he can help somebody though.
But I'm just
saying,
Taiwan
kicking it.
Yeah, but you got to think about I'm just talking about the bigs and how the game has changed. How those type of guys can't finish their career. Of course, he can help somebody, but probably because he don't extend the floor, that's why he's not in the league. Why you think guys like Blake Griffin, Al Horford, those guys when they got them a jump shot because they knew to be able to stay in this league, you got to be able to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
Ain't no doubt about that. Ain't no doubt about that. But anyways,
that's where the game is going right now. But look, so last thing though, before we finish up on Tap In, let's just tap into this a little bit, P. When I played, I used to always get into it with the referees, and I had a bunch of texts. But it seems like this year, man. Yeah, but it seems like this year for some reason the referees are really quick on the trigger attacking guys.
Short, right? They short.
Yeah. Why you think it's like that?
I don't know, man. You know what I hate about that? Because I saw Jason Tatum the other day. He did like this after a call. He didn't even look at the ref. He just snacked his hands and they teched him up. And I'm like, dude, you taking out the emotion of the game when you doing stuff like that to the players. Because think about it, like, of course you got to allow the players to have some emotion. I mean, if it ain't overly excessive toward the referee, it's an emotional game. They got to understand that. I just don't like it, man. They need to pull back on that whistle, allow the players to use their emotion, and then move on from it.
How much is Tex?
Come on.
Tex was $500 when I was first guy in the league.
Man, Tex at least $2,500. They at least $2,500. Yeah. I wonder where that money go. I wonder where that money go at the end of the year. The owner split that up. This owner split that up.
Chopping it up, but no,
man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that though. Hopefully, especially they hope they don't take the fun away from the game. You know what I mean? And I don't think it'll happen because these referees are too smart. But you would hate for the playoffs or something like that to come up and those guys, getting texts and get kicked out of a game because of emotion. So hopefully that it don't get that bad. But the text is getting out of control. I think it's got to be on the forefront. You see they're rescinding some technical fouls, giving guys their money back. I mean, let the players play. Referees, let the players play, man. Let them play with some emotion.
Right, let them play.
That's what the game is all about.
Well, there you have it. Don't forget to tap in. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at the Brandon Network. Keep tapping in with us week by week as we give you the exclusive coverage on the NBA and what's the latest. Make sure you also hit the like and subscribe button and follow your boy Paul at Paul Pierce on Instagram, at Twan Walker on Instagram for the latest. Make sure you tap in. We out.